And welcome back to Cavs Media Day. We are here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse on the Kenny and JT Show, and thrilled to have the head coach of your Cleveland Cavaliers, JB Bickerstaff, with us. And, Coach, thanks for making time for us. And it's here, man. It's ready to rumble right now, right?
Yeah, no, we're definitely excited and looking forward to it. You spend a bunch of time over the summer watching video and staring at diagrams and whiteboards, but you're just waiting to get to it. And now's the time, and we're looking forward to it.
Coach, this roster, we're just looking at it. We're going, this team's loaded. How are you going to manage these guys? Every day is going to be different. Should we expect more than we saw last year? Because last year you were forced into playing different players due to injury. This year, you just got talent everywhere.
Yeah, no, our front office has done a great job of bringing talent to the building. And it's our responsibility to try to put out the best lineups that we possibly can. The fun part about it is the basketball takes care of itself because it's free competition, and guys got to go out and earn it. So when you put talent on the floor like we have, whether it's in practice or through training camp, these guys are going to be pushing each other, and that's just going to make the talent even better. So, as competitive as we can be on game night, we'll be just as competitive during training camp and practices to put the best product and the best groups on the floor.
All right, so as a head coach, easier, tougher, more challenging when you have more talent like that as you add Donovan Mitchell in the offseason?
We all become better coaches the more talent we have, right? Our job is, how do we manage that? And how do we manage the entire roster? Because it doesn't just come down to any individual, right? Our responsibility is to every guy that's on our roster and to this organization and our fans to get the most out of the group. With that level of talent comes very difficult decisions. Not everybody gets to play. We feel confident that everybody on our roster can contribute. But on any given night, you're going to play 10 guys, 11 guys at the most. So that means there's going to be guys who don't play, and then how do you manage that? So it makes, some tougher decisions, but the competition is going to drive itself.
Coach, last year we went from being the hunter to basically being the hunted. 44 wins, no small accomplishment. And now all of a sudden there might be people that are focusing on we got to focus on the Cavaliers a little bit more. How do you handle that pressure?
You stay to your standard, and that's what you try to do is you put guys in position where they know exactly what you expect of them, and then you allow them to focus on just that. We have high standards for our guys, whether, it was the first couple of years or last year, the standards never change for us. We got better at it, and we're able to do it more consistently, but it never changed, and we didn't waver from that. So not focusing on your opponent, not focusing on outside noise, paying attention to who you are and trying to be the best version of yourself every single day.
JB Bickerstaff, our guest, the head coach of your Cleveland Cavaliers, getting ready for the 2022-23 season. And, Coach, Donovan Mitchell, let's go there if you don't mind. What a great ad. You got a Christmas present in the offseason, a little after Christmas, right? What does he bring to the table for you, and how important was it to get a player of his caliber based on what you saw in the play-in tournament?
He brings a level of experience at a young age that a lot of people don't have, right? He's played close to 40 playoff games already. His averages in those playoff games go up and increase. That's rare. And it's not like, again, it's from 25 to 28. It's not like, he's putting up low numbers to get there.
Right.
And, we had games, whether it was the play-in games last year or, it was some games, against Chicago or Brooklyn before the play-in where, we needed to go out and try to figure out a way to win those games for seeding purposes. And we came up a little bit short. Working with our guys and helping them get better obviously helps. But then having someone who's been there and done that helps as well. And, he knows how to take over a game. He knows how to show guys the way and pull a train down the tracks and move them forward. So, that makes all of us better. And in this league, it's about experience. Very rarely, if ever, do you see, inexperienced teams go a long way. It normally takes a little bit of disappointment for teams to bounce back and learn from.
When I think of inexperience, I think of lack of defense. Your focus has always been pretty much defensively. How will that change this year with all this talent offensively?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. We need to continue to be an elite defensive team. Understanding that will help us be who we ultimately want to be, and we want to be a balanced basketball team. You add offensive weapons, obviously, and you expect the offense to increase. But even with that, we still want to play an unselfish brand of basketball. We want to move the ball. We want to share the ball. You've got moments, especially in the fourth quarter, where things may slow down and you need some individual guys to make more plays. But, for 3/4 of the game, we want to be free-flowing. We want to be equal opportunity as long as it's you playing to your strength.
Talk to me about Darius Garland's growth last year. Can he be even better than he was last year?
He obviously took huge steps.
Right.
In your third year to be an all-star is huge. But not only wasn't an individual thing. He made us a better basketball team and helped us win games. And that's why he was rewarded with, the all-star appearance here in Cleveland. And he definitely can get better, and he knows it.
Where at? Where would you like to see him get better?
He's been working a ton on creating more three-point opportunities. I think you see him paired next to Donovan, and Donovan gets up, around 10 a game. So you imagine how Darius can learn from that and how he's been able to create more of that, playing the games within the games and being able to, orchestrate now for Donovan, for Evan, for Jarrett, for Karras, taking steps there and managing the game. And reading what the defense and the opponents are trying to take away are areas where we've seen him improve already.
Coach, is it hard with such a young team? I mean, we think about Cleveland, we think about the Guardians, the Browns, and the Cavaliers now. And we think of, if not, maybe the youngest teams in all three sports. Is it hard to manage these guys when they're this young?
Not our group, to be honest with you.
Do you guys talk? I mean, you, Tito, Kevin, you guys get together and, hey, man, we got young. Yeah, we're younger.
Right. No, we have a great relationship with with those guys, with Kevin and Tito. And we've exchanged text messages before about certain things. But it's again, I say this and it sounds like a broken record and cliche, but these guys are really good dudes. And every single day that we get to go to work together is an enjoyable day for me. Because they are younger, they don't come with some of the scars that veteran players may have, and you can early on form those relationships with them to make them genuine and honest and truthful relationships.
That camaraderie's got to matter, right? I mean, we see locker rooms where that guy, maybe he didn't pass me the ball. They don't like each other. It seems as though these teams, all three of them, they absolutely like each other. Am I right?
Yeah, 100%. And you can see it, right? Yeah. Chemistry with lesser talent will overachieve. Okay. Right? Talent with no chemistry will always underachieve. So, it's something that you cannot make up. It's something that, can't always be measured, but it's a way that you can see it and you can feel it when you walk in the building every day.
Evan Mobley should have been Rookie of the Year last year. Maybe that'll be a little extra motivation for him this year, right? He'll be all-defensive team, in my opinion, this year. That's how good he is. How surprised were you at how he came in and dominated at both ends of the floor at times and was pretty consistent throughout after hitting a little rookie wall?
Yeah, I mean, you watch a ton of film, obviously, before you make the decision. And I can't tell you how fortunate we are that he was there when he was there.
Right.
We got lucky there. And he's a guy who it's a unique thing, the ability to impact a game the way that he can impact it at so many different levels, right? Not that it happens, but he could score 0 points and be the best player on the floor. He has that type of ability and two-way impact. And give his mom and dad credit, but the way he carries himself, his demeanor, all he wants to do is help the team win. There's not a selfish bone in his body, and all he does is play to win. And, his teammates respect that, and I think you've seen the respect he's gotten around the league because of it.
Karis LeVert, we really didn't get to see the real Karis LeVert last year, did we? How excited are you, and we'll let you go after this, about having him?
We're thrilled. Just again, in watching the pickup games, and obviously watching the history of what he's capable of. He is a dynamic offensive player who's proven it in this league. What he showed us also is he's a good defensive player as well. He can take difficult assignments. He's got long arms, great range, good feet. He's competitive and athletic and intelligent as well. And it's just fun, again, to think about the things that you can do with all these guys with their capabilities on the offensive end of the floor.
JB, thanks for the time. It's a busy day. We know you made some time for us. We really appreciate it. Best of luck this season. We look forward to seeing you down here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks again.